a quarter of a season from him. And depending on what they decide to do and when they decide to do it, it's entirely possible that we're having the same conversation when the next season starts later this year. Now, Nick Nurse is a good basketball coach. And I don't know if it's a culture issue or if it's a leadership issue or what the problem is with Philadelphia. But a lack of effort, don't get me wrong, you can be a team that is not super talented, a team that is priming themselves to rebuild. I'm looking at the Washington Wizards, a team like that. They've got some young players. They're clearly rebuilding. But if you're the Sixers, you're not a team that is actively trying to rebuild. So if the Wizards go out and lose some games, but hey, maybe they try hard, you can respect that. You can respect it. Hey, they're putting forth the effort. This season's been really bad for them, but they're rebuilding. They're a bunch of young players or guys who might be out of the league in a couple of years. There are, to be fair, the Wizards are so bad it is almost, you almost wonder what's going on there because it feels like they've been rebuilding for a very long time at this point. But you can look at that and you can take things and be like, hey, all right, we put effort. We played some good defense. Couldn't get the ball in the basket. But for the Sixers, who are NBA championship contenders, or at least have the everybody has the aspiration, but realistically, we're contenders to win the title. You brought in Paul George. You've got Embiid. You got Tyrese Maxey. You have a big three. Now, one of them's been out for a lot of the year. Paul George has had injuries. Tyrese Maxey has injuries. That is where I should look at my team, and we should rally around the fact that our stars have been injured. An injury to our superstar should bring us together and make us try harder. Are we going to win as many games without him? Probably not. There's just less talent on the floor. But a lack of effort, laziness, lack of communication, and these are not my words. These are words coming from the other really good players on the Sixers and the head coach. Paul George says we don't have that mentality. Now, yes, it's not your roster with a bunch of guys who have that mentality, but it's also a locker room culture thing. It starts with the head coach. The Sixers should be at least trying. I look at the Grizzlies when John Morant was suspended. The Grizzlies were actually better without him than they were with him. In large part because the team rallied around the loss of their superstar. The Golden State Warriors have been without Steph Curry for a few different periods since he's become the Steph Curry we all know. Were the Warriors still good? No, they still fought for the playoffs. I think they reached the play-in without him once. And they just didn't have the same talent. You didn't have a generational player on the floor anymore. But they tried. And if I'm a Sixers fan, the win-loss record would bother me. But it's the manner in which they're losing that would drive me crazy. Because you can't control a lot of variables in sports. You can't control health. You can't control how hot the other team is. There are a lot of factors you cannot control. One thing that you can control, your effort. And if Philly's going to be on this path, I don't know if Nick Nurse is.
Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world. Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
And we welcome you to the Brunswick Automotive Arena here in Strongsville, Ohio, as Western Reserve Radio 2, a part of the iMedia One Network, is proud to bring to you Canton Akron Jets hockey here this Friday evening, and it is the kickoff of the Buckeye Cup. And tonight, the Canton Akron Jets, they start off the weekend with a matchup against familiar foe, the Newark Generals. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with Caitlin Carney, Caitlin Mold, as I'm going to get it right. It's only taken me 4 months, as we get ready to bring you all the action here on a Friday night. And, of course, we mirror Western Reserve Radio tonight as the Youngstown Phantoms, they take on the Green Bay Gamblers, game 2 of a 3-game series, as the Phantoms, they get the 3-1 win over the Gamblers yesterday in the school day game, a sold-out Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. And they'll do game 2 here as the Phantoms now start trying to place themselves in a good position for the USHL playoffs. That aside, we take a look at the matchup we have tonight as the Newark Generals. They come into tonight at 15, 18, and 3, ranked 7th in Ohio by USA Hockey Rankings. They are 25th, ranked by the OHSA in the state of Ohio. 131 goals for, 119 against. And their schedule looks like this. Tonight, they'll kick the weekend off with a game against the Canton Akron Jets. Tomorrow, they will take on Team Ohio. That'll be at 9:40. And the Generals will take on Hilliard tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. For the Canton Akron Jets, they come in at 31, 13, and 1, ranked 2nd in the USA Hockey Rankings. They are trailing or the only team they're trailing, is Dayton. As Dayton will be here today. Dayton in Pool A, so there will not be a tournament matchup between the 1 and 2. Canton Akron will be playing in the B pool as they will end up taking on Team Ohio, Hilliard, and Newark. The winner of that will face the team that wins at Pool A. And Dayton right now, again, hold on to that number 1 spot. And in that Pool A, actually, will be Indian Hill Rangers from down in the Cincinnati area, the Miami Junior Redhawks, the Cincinnati Junior Cyclones, and, of course, the Dayton Stealth, the Stealth. Back and forth this year with the number 1 spot with the Canton Akron Jets. We're going to step aside for our first timeout. When we come back, we'll have Puck Drop. You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krupp were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
You missed his new haircut because you were busy not missing hockey. Never miss a goal with live game stories, only in the NHL app.
Big, big, big. It's a big deal. You get 1 medium hot or iced coffee and 2 delicious wake-up wraps. It's the biggest deal in breakfast. It's Dunkin's $5 meal deal.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Puck drop just moments away here. 17 minutes up on the board. And the Canton Akron Jets ready to go here in game 1 of the weekend. They get ready to take on the Newark Generals, a 2 versus 7 matchup. And there have been 3 matchups between these two clubs here this year, starting back on October 12th and 13th, where the Canton Akron Jets would get a 5-2 win and a 4-1 win, respectively. They would meet again on October 27th, where Canton Akron would get the 4-3 win. The Jets have swept the regular season series. Coming up tomorrow here at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena, it'll be the Junior Cyclones taking on the Indian Hill Rangers. Team Ohio will take on the Newark Generals. The Dayton Stealth will take on the Miami Junior Redhawks. And Canton Akron will be back in action at 11:40 a.m. as they will take on Hilliard. Hilliard, another familiar foe for the Canton Akron Jets. Some spirited games with Hilliard, to say the least. As we get ready for puck drop here, give you the starting lineup here. As it looks like it's going to be Owen Everhart, Ethan Bell, Tyler Benson, Angel Nikolov, and I believe that's going to be Brendan Hostler for Canton Akron. And to our left, in the net for the Canton Akron Jets, it'll be number 57, the junior out of Poland Seminary High School, Connor Mold. And for Newark, I believe that, well, I think it's going to be Andrew Kelly, but I'm going to try to make sure here. As we are underway here, puck going to sail behind the Newark net. And icing coming up against Canton Akron here early. And they'll drop this one to the left of Mold. They'll fight from behind the net. It'll be Nikolov working around the boards, trying to get it to Benson Zauberswig there. He'll push it forward. Everhart now on the rush, taking the shot. Feed it through the slot, try to get a decent bell. And that's going to be Nikolov with the follow-up. He'll take the shot. It'll go off the Newark netminder and up into the net. And I believe that's going to be a number 35 in the net for Newark. We do not have a number 35, so maybe we had a jersey switch. Sometimes we know it's hard to keep the equipment on the road and getting to where it needs to be. So Craven now taking the face-off for Newark, or excuse me, for Canton Akron. Jets going to take this one from deep in their own defensive zone and work it off the board, trying to get it up to Gage Weaver. Weaver feeding it to Craven. Craven going to chip it into the zone. But Purrington now from behind the net, chased down by Rossi nicely. Puck loose. Craven going to step in there, try to feed somebody. And it's going to be nicely. It's going to pick it up. He's going to battle against a much taller Zauberswig. And now puck loose in the far right corner as Newark tried to get out of the zone, but Gage Weaver going to keep it in. As Purrington will battle for it. Puck now behind the goal line, behind the Newark netminder. We're trying to get a name for you here if we can see it from the angle. And Craven stepping in the corner, trying to keep it in, and we're going to get a whistle from our referee out at center ice. And it's going to be Gage Weaver headed to the box already, and it's going to be a hooking call coming up against the alternate captain for CAK. 15:52 left here, first period. And already the Newark Generals go to the power play. They'll drop this one to the left of Mold. It'll be Tyson Hunka for CAK as Newark will win this one. They'll try to shoot it from the slot. So it'll be saved by Mold. And a sprawling save by the first-year Jet, a veteran from the Ohio Prospects and the Youngstown Phantoms. We'll drop this one again to the left. As it'll be Struthers that will take the face-off against Tyson Hunka. Newark will win this one. Hunka, they're going to chip it away. And Barbieri trying to send it down to mid-ice, but didn't get all of it. And we're going to get a flag, or excuse me, going to get a whistle. Craving a little bit of football season to come around here. Don't forget the PAFL here on Western Reserve Radio coming up. Works in well here as we're going to drop this one just outside the CAK zone. Friday, folks. We're getting off our normal jobs here. Hanneberg, Black, Barbieri, and Hunka out for the penalty kill unit for CAK. Puck loose as Hunka will be the closest one to it. He'll let this one go. As he had an offside, couldn't touch up, and Black now putting the pressure on. He'll try to knock Morrow off the puck, and CAK will just send this one back out to center ice, picked up by Newark. Newark going D Struthers. Try to get it across there, but Lucas Black stepping in the middle. Hunka going to pick it up, and puck's going to settle right at the blue line, picked up by Newark again. And it'll be Morrow losing the puck. He'll turn this one over, send it across, shot from the high slot. And another save by Mold. Puck now all the way back down ice. But I believe that's Smith in the net for Newark. And if I am incorrect about that, hopefully somebody will tell me. Newark now from the far side. 50 seconds left on the Newark power play. 14:39 left here, first period. Canton Akron already on the penalty kill. Puck loose now as Williams now will have it from center ice. Williams taking his time, trying to get the last rush in here. And it'll be CAK that's going to clear this one as Hanneberg will send this one all the way down in the corner. Hunter Smith now with some speed through center ice. He's going to blow a tire. Puck will come loose. Williams trying to recover. Owen Everhart there, though, to slow that one down as Johnson tried to recover it. And it'll be cleared by Canton Akron. Cohen Fisher, the closest Newark General to it. 14:03 left here in the first period. 10 seconds left on the Newark power play. Barbieri kicking this one out to center ice. He's going to lose this one. Ethan Bell stepping in for some interference. Ethan Bell settling it down at center ice. He's going to drop this one for Owen Everhart. Everhart with some speed from the left side of the Newark Miner. Inside, backhands. It's going to be knocked away. And Newark now on the rush. They're going to lose a puck, though. Back check from Canton Akron. Tyler Benson getting the turnover. Deacon Johnson now sending it back behind the goal line. Behind the Newark netminder, the Generals can't convert on the power play. We're back to 5-on-5. 13:27 left here first period. And the Generals going to go for a change. Johnson will head to the bench. And it'll send it across the ice. Try to get it to Benson. It's go high off the stick. And Deacon Johnson with a big shot to Zauberswig. Zauberswig going to absorb it, though not go down. Morrow now from center ice trying to get it into the zone, but Barbieri for CAK, the only one there. He'll try to chip it off the board, but he'll be closer to Coach Sean Houston than he will be the ice. 13:08 left here, first period. We are scoreless. And we'll drop this one to the left of Mold. It'll be Ben Sanders and Daniel Lane for the draw. Sanders send this one up, picked up by Newark. Trying to get through some traffic, trying to work through the lane. And Seaford now couldn't feed it into the slot for anybody. Stashowski creating some resistance there. Puck loose now. And Deacon Johnson down in the corner trying to recover a turnover. But Newark with the puck will send this one right back to center ice. And it's going to be Emmerling for CAK recovering. He'll bring it back the other way. He'll try to chip it back out to center ice. Stashowski, the closest one to it. He'll take a bump from Zauberswig. And Deacon Johnson trying to work it deep into the CAK zone, but he'll run into too many Generals jerseys. Generals in all black today with their gold detail. CAK in their white jerseys with the navy blue numerals and the light blue outline. That's Purrington now trying to set it up for Newark deep in their own defensive zone. And they'll bring it out. Fisher from the near boards. He'll feed this one over to Morrow. Morrow going to try to take a backhanded shot, knocked away again by Connor Mold. Mold active here in the early going. 12 minutes left, first period. We are scoreless. Craven back out on the ice, trying to work that in there is Emmerling now. Trying to work inside the stick of a Newark player, and the puck loose now going to head right down towards Smith for Newark, and he'll clear this one out. Craven in there trying to get the turnover. Took a shot on that one. And the puck loose now. As now it's going to be Hostler. Hostler's going to blow a tire, recover, and the puck loose down in the CAK offensive zone. Trying to get the shot off, but it's going to go off the boot of a General player. Gage Weaver further trying to feed it into Tyson Hunka in the slot, but CAK now shot by Hunka, and it's going to go off the stick of a General. That'll be Evan Seifert. Angel Nikolov down in the corner trying to recover. This is going to go off to Hostler. Hostler from the point. Going to take the shot, but it's going to go off of a Newark player. Jack Milvins getting in the way of the shot here. Tyson Hunka taking the shot, but couldn't get past it. Loose. No rebound for CAK. Gage Weaver had an opportunity to look, but didn't see it. Hostler now from center ice. Taking a bump from Bell. Try to feed it back into the zone. This one's going to go off the ceiling. And we'll have the whistle. 10:43 left here, first period. We are scoreless here in game one of the weekend. Canton Akron will be back on the ice tomorrow at 11:40. They'll take on Hilliard. And then back tomorrow night for a 7 p.m. puck drop as they'll take on Team Ohio. 10:38 left here, first period. We'll drop this one to the right of Smith. We hope we got his name right on that. I can't see it. We'll have to go back to an old roster here and see if we can find that, but we do apologize to that young man. So Hannenberg now up the far board. Send it out to center ice. It'll be redirected back, and Hannenberg will get a second shot at it. He'll flip this one out to center ice, and it'll be Zauberswig with the puck. CP stepping in, the senior out of South Range High School, getting it to Hunka. Hunka feed it to Lucas Black. Black taking a sharp angle shot, going to go wide. And we'll get a whistle. 10-12 left here, first period. No score. I want to remind you over on Western Reserve Radio, the Youngstown Phantoms. Taking on the Green Bay Gamblers. Black will take the draw. Eberhardt will take the draw to the left of Smith in net. And they'll get this one in the upper right corner here. And almost a redirected shot by Newark into their own net. And another glove save by the Newark netminder. 9:59 left here in this first period. We are scoreless. Everhart and Williams for the faceoff. We'll send this one out. Max Campbell chip it right back into the zone as CAK will have to clear. 9:50 as this clock continues to run here in this first frame. Newark through center, getting it out to Johnson. Johnson at the blue line, trying to work to the inside. Work past Everhart, blocker side, saved by Mold. It'll go off to the right. 9:35 left in the first period. Puck for Ethan Bell. Bell 1-on-1 has a breakaway, takes the shot, and he's going to shoot it right into the belly of the Newark netminder. Couldn't capitalize on it. With 9:29 left here in the first period. They'll bring this one back. We'll have the face-off to the left of Smith. Sanders for CAK. Taking a face-off. It'll be Lane for Newark. Newark going to win this one. Stashowski, though, stepping in, looking for the turnover. And he tried to get it past Morrow. Morrow gather it back up at center ice. It'll go past Deacon Johnson as well. And it's going to be a sharp angle shot, just dangled in front of Connor Mold. And it was swept away as Stashowski now trying to clear it. And it'll be Deacon Johnson now bringing it into the zone. And it's going to be a delayed offside as Stashowski will have to clear. He made it before Deacon Johnson did. And now back out to center ice. It's Colin Jones tried to set it up. He'll turn puck over, and it'll be Ben Sanders now up the board looking for Deacon Johnson again, but it'll be redirected to the far right corner. Craven now stepping in defensively. Working back into the slot. Attempted a feed to him, but he was out of position there. Sanders keeping it in the zone, and they're going to say no. Offside against the Jets. 8:36 left here in this first period. Try to get you an updated score from it, the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. Phantoms in action. 3 games this week. Puck now high in the air, going to be palmed down by Newark. Purrington pushing it forward. Thought they were going to call a hand pass, but no call there. Nicely from center ice, going to chip this down in the corner to be chased by Gage Weaver and also by Lucas Purrington. Tied up behind the net of Smith. Out to there, trying to feed it to Craven. Craven takes a shot, and it's going to go wide left of the cage. Puck still kept in the zone. Another shot. And it's going to be redirected by a Newark player. And Spheres now. Spire. Going to chip this one down on the zone. Newark going to go for a change. Only a couple players, though, as Generals have the puck in the zone. Going to be loose, and a big collision down there on the far side. Struthers now from center ice trying to reset it for Newark. Going to take a long shot from center ice and then head for the bench. He'll give it to Hanneberg. Hanneberg feed it right back out, but it's going to jump over the stick of Connor Seepy. Puck loose now. Go off the stick of Seepy. Head down Mold. Mold going to clear this one all the way down to Hunka. Hunka taking the shot. Sharp angle. No rebound shot for Seepy. And Lucas Black trying to keep it in, but he'll have to bring it back out to center. Jets will have to reset their own defensive zone. From across ice. It'll be Hunka. Hunka with a high hit. He and Seifert on the collision. And now Lucas Black battling down here, looking for the backhand. Can't get to it. And no whistle. He was looking for something. Back out. And it'll be Black again. Stepping in for the turnover. He's going to be tripped up. No call. And again, Johnson now resetting it. For Newark. Generals going for a change. Tried to get out to Seepy, but Johnson in the way. He'll get the turnover. Johnson will have to delay because of the change. And Morrow now down in the corner. Trying to get the turnover, but it'll be Barbieri. Feeding it over to Tyson Hunka. Hunka trying to work past Auberswig. It's a foot race down the near side. And it's going to come off the stick. And it's trying a sharp angle shot. And it's going to be another stop by Smith. 6:20 left here, first period. We are scoreless. Fast-paced action, back and forth here on the ice. Update from the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. 10:58 left first period. They are scoreless as well. Green Bay 24-22 on the season. Youngstown 30-15 under third-year coach. This one up into the net. And we'll drop it to the right of the Newark net. Eberhardt take the face-off against Daniel Lane. Shot from the blue line by CK, and it's going to go off the stick of Bell and into the net. Jets take a 1-0 lead. Ethan Bell in the right place, right time, gets the good bounce over the shoulder of Smith. He'll get the assist from Owen Eberhardt. Eberhardt's been the focus of a lot of defensive players, so looking to Ethan Bell for the assist. Tyler Benson as well. Draw from center ice. Eberhardt going to win this one for CAK. He'll set up the far board. Eberhardt down the far side, trying to work to the inside. Trying to look for somebody in the slot. Don't even take the shot. Pad saved by Smith. Still loose. And Newark going to clear this one out safely. Out to center ice. They'll bring it down the near board. Turnover as Max Campbell going to send this one high and just misses the ceiling. So Tyler Benson will keep it. He'll take a little bit of a shot, but no worse for the wear. And a shot from the blue line. Going to be redirected by a Newark player. Go wide left of the general cage. 5:37 left here first period. Puck tied up on the far board now, far corner, to our right. Connor Mold in the net to our left. Shot from the blue line, it's going to go in! Second goal within a minute. And the Jets take a 2-0 lead. Emmerling with the shot. I think they're going to give Benson the credit for it. Unless it went off of his stick. But nonetheless, Canton Akron takes a 2-0 lead, 5:22 left here in the first period. Jets off to a good start. Sanders and Williams will take the face-off at center ice, high up and into the Newark defensive zone. Deacon Johnson and Eric with a shot, going to knock down a Newark player. And the puck loose at center ice, picked up by the Generals with some speed. They'll chip this one down behind the goal line. Try to feed it into the slot, nobody there. Except for Angel Nikolov, the Jets captain. Deacon Johnson now with a collision against the boards. He'll take out Cohen Fisher. And Nikolov now battling for it. Nikolov with the advantage, 6'5". And we're going to whistle here, and I believe it's going to be an icing coming up against Canton Akron. So far, Connor Mold with 13 stops here in the first period. Smith with the 8 stops here in the first frame. However, he's given up 2 goals. Correction. General's taking the 13th shot. She'll get me right. That's why I got Caitlin here. Nicely into the zone. Feeds it to Weaver. Weaver with the backhand. And it's going to go in. Goes in the 5-hole. Smith couldn't stop it. 4:40 left here first period. Jets with a 3-0 lead. And we didn't get to talk in pregame about the consequences of this weekend with a potential chance to head out to the West Coast, from what I understand, out to Anaheim, California for Nationals. We don't want to talk about that right now, but as a general statement, a very important tournament here, the Buckeye Cup in Strongsville. Jets with a 3-0 lead, and I almost think, and I don't want to say for sure, but I thought I saw a smile on Sean Houston's face. I'm not gonna, we don't see a whole lot of that.
No,
so
we don't. Who was the assist on that?
That's a good question, because everybody was there, and I think that's something that you would love to see as a coach. We were crashing the net. So 4:40 left here. Newark's going to take a timeout. We'll step aside for a quick break. You're listening to Canton Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
You missed his new haircut because you were busy not missing hockey. Never miss a goal with live game stories, only in the NHL app.
Big, big, big. It's a big deal. You get 1 medium hot or iced coffee and 2 delicious wake-up wraps. It's the biggest deal in breakfast. It's Dunkin's $5 meal deal.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Here in the first frame, Jets with a 3-0 lead. Craven will take the face-off against Lane. Puck will sail down behind the net of Smith as the clock begins to run here. Newark with possession will try to get it out to center ice. It'll move past the stick of Barbieri, and no icing. I believe it might have tipped off of Jack Barbieri's stick. He'll bring it now around the far boards, chip it past Black, and it'll sail down behind the goal line. Icing coming up against CAK. .4:16 left here, first period. Jets with a quick start here, 3-0. Okay. A little concerned about that. Hoping everybody back in Youngstown can listen, as we have several Youngstown players shot from the circle by Newark. Center pad save by Connor Mold. Black now at center ice, battling one-on-one with Fisher. Fisher will go down. Thought there might be a call there. Hunka, though, now trying to work through 3 black jerseys, and nowhere to go for him as the puck will remain loose. Hunka actually going to pick it up, and we're going to get a whistle, and I believe an elbow. Oh, you say high stick. Okay, I'll take that over the elbow, because I believe they'll just bring this back to the Canton Akron defensive zone. Thought maybe Tyson Hunka got a little too aggressive there, but the officials so far have let them play. Urban take the face off against Hunka. As Hanneberg will clear it all the way down ice. We'll bring this one back. Just 3:49 left here, first period. Jets out for the quick 3. As Ethan Bell, Gavin Emmerling, and Gage Weaver all bury goals for the Canton Akron Jets. As we have a little mariachi music going. Great ambiance here at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Shot from the blue line, but it's going to be interfered with and bounce around down in the near left corner. Barbieri in there battling it, but it'll be cleared around the boards out to CP. CP couldn't handle it, couldn't get to it quick. And Newark with it. And it'll settle down in the Newark offensive zone. Shot! Blocker side save by Mold. Burrington sending this one around the kick plate. He'll recover. This will be sent back to him. Hanneberg creating some interference, so he'll have to send it around the boards and be picked up by CAK. Actually, Fisher will have it out the boards. He'll try to chip it off, bank it off the boards, and send out to Bell. Bell tried to take the sharp angle shot, but Barbieri was having none of that. Urban with the turnover. He'll get out to Lucas Black. Black with Hunka to his left, trying to feed it in a sharp angle shot. It almost went in on his own, but Hunka overshot it, couldn't time it up. And back through center ice is Owen Everhart. Now bring it through with some speed. You have Barbieri. Barbieri on the near board, and he'll just get this into the Jets offensive zone, as we'll have a couple new players for Canton Akron hit the ice. Newark now trying to get it out of the zone, but it'll just sell it to center ice. Hanneberg will reset it. And we'll get it all the way up at Everhart now. We'll chase it behind the goal line. 2.5 minutes left here, first period. Everhart looking for Benson in the slot, and it couldn't time it up. It'll head all the way across the ice to the boards. Ethan Bell trying to get it back out to Barbieri, but a turnover on the pass. And it'll be Spire trying to go cross ice. Try to get it out to Owen, but couldn't connect on the pass. And now Emmerling sending it around the kick plate, trying to get it to Benson. Benson chipping it out to Everhart. Everhart, 2-on-1 here. They got Bell to his right. He's going to take the shot, and Bell with the opportunity for the rebound. Couldn't get to it. Everhart with a second opportunity as well. And it'll be cleared out to center ice. Emmerling now with the puck behind the net of Connor Mold. He'll skate it out. Max Campbell out defensively with them. Everhart trying to quick chip pass, but nobody there as Deacon Johnson and Ben Sanders hit the ice. Puck all the way down ice. We'll get an icing call coming up against the Jets. 1:17 left here in the first frame. Actually, 3:40 left in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. They are scoreless between Green Bay and Youngstown. Phantoms with the 3-1 win over the Gamblers yesterday during the school day game. Just under, I believe, right around 5,000 students attending from the Tri-County area. It was I'll say a nearly sold-out house yesterday. Great crowd. Ben Sanders now down the far board. Had Stashowski to his right. Couldn't connect on the pass. And Newark going to tie this one up around the boards. They'll send it around to Johnson. Johnson trying to feed it across ice, but another turnover by Nikolov. And it'll be Emmerling sending it down the boards. But Newark with the puck, and it'll be high and over the net and into the crowd. Souvenir time for the Newark faithful. Although I don't know. Usually the home, we got a few Jets families sitting to our right and to our left, so there's no separation here. Hockey's one big happy family. Unless you're tied up in the third period, then it becomes ugly. Craven taking the face off for CAK. Jets will win this one. Nikolov out to center ice. He'll try to feed it to Weaver. Weaver couldn't get to it. And it'll be Seifert that'll try to set it up, but Craven will come in, and as usual, he'll be the thorn in your side defensively. Lane now tried to feed it back across, but Gage Weaver in the way. Puck loose at center ice. It'll be Craven now trying to work past one Newark player. Weaver with the recovery. And now nicely down in the corner. He and Craven. Craven trying to deliver a shot. And it's going to be chipped high over the shoulder of Smith with just 15 seconds left here in the first period. Newark down in their defensive zone, desperately trying to get it out. And they can't clear it nicely. Causing all kinds of headache. Craven trying to keep it in the zone as well with the last 5 seconds left in the first period. Newark now through center ice, and that will bring us to the end of the first period here at the Brunswick Automart Arena in Strongsville, Ohio. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. We're back on the other side of this break.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krupp were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
You missed his new haircut because you were busy not missing hockey. Never miss a goal with live game stories, only in the NHL app.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
To the stations that are always ahead of the game. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast. Youngstown, Ohio.
All right, we'll flip sides of the ice here as we get to the second frame. Connor Mold in the net to our right. Smith for Newark in the net to our left. We are underway as Lucas Black will take the faceoff for CAK. And Newark chipping it down into the zone to be Johnson, the sole person chasing it for Newark. Black now feeding it across ice. And out to Hunka. Hunka chasing it down into the corner. They'll try to work past Cohen Fisher. Newark, it'll be Fisher again. Back out to the neutral zone. He'll get this out to Williams. Williams trying to work to the inside. Back check from Lucas Black. Perfectly executed. Puck loose, collision on the far side. No call as we get a high shot. Going to be a blocker side save, but we'll get the whistle. 16-19 left here in the second period. Jets with a 3-0 lead. And Jets will be back on the ice tomorrow at 11:40. We'll go on at 11:25. They'll drop this to the right of Mold. CAK with the win. 2-on-1 developing if they hurry. And a feed to Bell. Bell takes the shot. It's going to go wide left of the cage. Benson with the attempted assist. And Newark going to lose it to Everhart. Everhart with the turnover. Sharp angle shot. Pad save. Another shot. Rebound shot by Bell, but it's going to go off of Owen. Everhart banking it off the board. Get to Ethan Bell. Bell trying to feed into the slot. And Newark will get the turnover. They'll get into the neutral zone and get it out to Owen. Owen, one-on-one with Emmerling. He'll get nowhere with that. A half-hearted shot going off the stick of Emmerling. It'll be covered up by Connor Mold. 15:42 left here in the second period. CAK with the better of this series this year. They are 3-0 against Newark as Craven, Weaver, and Nicely back out on the ice. They'll drop this one to the left of Connor Mold. Lane for the draw for Newark. CAK will win this one nicely against the far board, trying to chip it down there, get it to Craven. Craven trying to feed it out to Weaver. Weaver taking the golf shot, trying to get it past Max Morrow. Craven now chipping it down into the offensive zone, but it'll be chased down by Fisher. Craven going to knock him off the puck, but nobody there for support. So Fisher able to gather it back up loose as Morrow will pick it up. And Craven again chasing him around like he owed him money. That's as Nikolov now trying to feed it back. I'm sorry. He is from Youngstown. All right, so the puck loose now to the right of Connor Mold. All kinds of contact. Newark player going down. And Fisher, the closest one out to the point, waiting for it. But Weaver will stop it for CAK. Nikolov now trying to find an outlet. He'll bank it off the boards. Trying to feed it to Gage Weaver. He and Cohen Fisher are going to be on a race for it. Weaver, the bigger of the two, going to bounce him off there. Looking to work to the inside. Was looking for Deacon Johnson in slot. Sanders with the shot. And another pad save by Smith for Newark. 14:35 left in the second period. Morrow with the puck into the zone, but only three white jersey. Let the puck knocked away. And if CAK moves, they're going to have opportunities. Stashowski with the puck takes the shot, and it's going to be off the stick of Smith. And loose back out to center ice as Nikolov, using his tall frame to get past Williams, will send it over to Stashowski. Stashowski from the circle hits the back of the net, and it'll sail around the boards. There's Deacon Johnson will battle two Newark Generals, and Sanders will come out with it, feeds it over to Stashowski. Mario Stashowski with a great look. Couldn't get it to go, though, and Newark now going to content to chip this one down as Johnson will try to get it past Connor Mold, but he'll cover it up with 13:48 left here in the second period. Jets with a 3-0 lead. Fast-paced game here, but Canton Akron getting the better. That'll drop this one to the left of Connor Mold. Seepy down the near board on the feed from Tyson Honka. That worked from behind the boards. Lucas Black trying to send it back to Tyson Honka, and it'll head around the boards to Newark. However, Lucas Black now trying to feed it across ice. It'll head out to Handenberg at the red line. And Newark will be content to reset. They'll chip it up over the shoulder of their entire offense. Back out to center ice. Chipped by Gage Weaver. Excuse me, that'll be Handenberg. Working to the inside. Black with the backhand. A beautiful, beautiful goal. From right to left. Backhanded over the shoulder of Smith. 13:05 left here, second period. And Lucas Black, the junior out of West Branch High School, adds the fourth goal for Canton Akron. They have a 4-0 lead. Everything going right for the Jets here in the early going. Not so early anymore, but we're almost halfway through the second period, and Canton Akron Jets with the 4-0 lead. Everhart for the faceoff. He'll win this. Bell get it. Send it back to Campbell. Campbell under pressure. Going to try to kick it over, but it's going to be set up by Struthers. And Emmerling doing a good job stepping in defensively. Puck loose there. Nobody sees it. And Connor Mold going to dive out on it with 12:52 left here in the first period. Coach John Evans being a little vocal on the other side. Canton Akron with the win on the draw. Jets now bringing into the zone. Tyler Benson down in the corner. He'll try to work past Purrington. Puck loose now to be a turnover. Newark now sending it across ice, but he's going to send it out to Emmerling. Emmerling with the one-timer over the shoulder and almost went in. Went on the side of the puck and rolled just down through the crease. Smith never saw it. Emmerling again going to try to take that shot, but can't get through the traffic. And it's going to be loose to the near side as Nikolov, the Jets captain, going to take the shot. And this one headed all the way back to Mahoney County. I don't know if you've ever seen Angel Nikolov take a shot, but as a wise man once said, it'll leave a 2-foot hole coming out the back. We'll drop this one to the right of Smith for Newark. It'll be Craven taking the face off, the junior out of Poland Seminary High School. Nicely had it for a moment. Turned over now. It would be Newark. But Gage Weaver stepping in defensively. This line's been stingy on puck possession. Craven now will chip this into the offensive zone. He'll head down into the corner nicely. The way they've played so far on this line, reminiscent of the Hanson brothers. Sharp angle shot by Nicely. Might not get a whole lot of goals out of this line, but neither will the other team. Puck sailing all the way down ahead behind the goal line, and we will get an icing coming up against CAK. 11:37 left here in the first period. And as an update here, out of the Covelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio, at the end of the first, they are scoreless between the Green Bay Gamblers and the Youngstown Phantoms. Great game earlier as Team Ohio got the 3-2 win over Hilliard. Emmerling down the near board. He'll be chased by Morrow. Had Deacon Johnson behind him. He'll feed it out to Sanders now at the point. Sanders taking a shot, trying to get through some traffic. Had Stashowski in the way, trying to shield Smith. And Newark going to lose the puck again. Down deep. And Sanders now backhanding it, trying to get it to Stashowski. Stashowski chipping away at it. And it's going to be covered up by the glove of Smith. We'll get the whistle. And bodies will separate there with 11:06 left in the second period. Hello to everybody back in the Canton area or the Youngstown area listening in. I want to thank you for listening either on the Live 365 network or even if you're listening to the simulcast on Facebook, as Black will take the face-off to the right of Smith. Hunka looking for a feed, trying to work to the inside. Puck loose in front of the net. And Seeping with an opportunity for a rebound shot, couldn't get to it. Hunka, though, in the corner. As Newark will get the turnover, though. Nikolov out of center ice will pick it up off the stick of Morrow. And Morrow, being tenacious, he'll stick with it. Puck loose now behind the net of Connor Mold. 10:43 left in the second period. Hunka down the far side. Fancy work there. And he's going to be brought down. First penalty of the night coming up against Newark. They'll touch up. And the penalty. First penalty of the night against Newark will send CAK to the power play. And we'll see if we can find the guilty party here. Oh, that's going to be Blake Zauberswig headed to the box. So first power play unit out will be Craven, Benson, Nikolov, Hanneberg, and Gage Weaver. CAK will win this one. Now Fisher going to create some headache down against the boards behind the net of Smith. 10:17 left here, second period. Canton Akron on the power play. Newark with the puck, though, going to try to clear it as Williams will try to work through three white jerseys. He'll take the shot. Glove saved by Mold. He'll set it back down for Weaver. Hannenberg will bring it into the zone. Craven to his left. Craven now working back down the slot. Hannenberg from the corner was looking for some help. Couldn't get it. Tyler Benson now will come in for support. Benson trying to work it back into the slot. He'll get it out to Gage Weaver. Hannenberg. 8-9 will get you there every time. Off the boot of Williams. Almost redirected into the net. But Smith able to save that. Newark now on the rush from left to right. He'll take the shot. Glove save. No problem. For the CAK ace in net. 9:34 left here, second period. .109 left here on the power play for Canton Akron. We'll drop this to the right of Connor Mold. Everhart now going to drop it to Tyson Hunka. Hunka back to Everhart. Everhart going to chip this down into the zone, and he'll look for Ben Sanders to try to recover that, but he'll send it back up the boards right to Everhart, and he'll feed it right back down to Ben Sanders. Sanders doing a good job keeping control of the puck there. Back to Sanders in the circle. Back to the blue line, Everhart. Everhart looking to go D to D. Couldn't get all of it, and it's going to go over the shoulder of Smith, and it's going to be knocked away somehow or another, swept out of danger by Newark. And Connor Mold coming way out of the net to send it down ice, and he'll get Tyson Hunka. Hunka one-on-one, and that's no good for Newark. Trying to feed it into the slot. Tried to actually backhand it into the net, but too sharp of an angle. And Barbieri now going to feed it D to D. He'll go from near side to right side. Shot off the pad of Smith. Everhart with a good look. Lucas Black now dropping it for Sanders. Sanders had to reach out there. Puck lost its momentum. And Black keeping that in the zone. Great effort. And Everhart an even better job as he pokes it off the stick of a Newark player. And Smith is just going to have to cover this one up. However, the Generals will clear the penalty. 8:23 left here, second period. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, thank you to everybody listening in on the Live 365 app on Western Reserve Radio 2. We will be over here this weekend as we will have the Youngstown Phantoms on Western Reserve Radio. Of course, you can hear the simulcast on Facebook and YouTube as well with a nice graphic. Bell trying to take a shot, though, redirected by a Newark player. From behind the net, shot by Weaver. Pad save by Smith. Weaver trying to keep it in the zone, but Newark with the turnover out through center ice. And redirected back to Cohen Fisher. Fisher going across ice, but he's going to chip that right into the belly of Weaver. Weaver will try to keep it. Owen going to give him a shot. Weaver will go down, but recover quickly. Newark cross ice out to the far board to work through center ice, but it's going to be Gavin Emmerling. Emmerling with some speed takes the shot and just redirected just to the right of the cage. And Ethan Bell now out center ice. He'll try to back end it to keep it in, but Newark will get the turnover. They'll send it down behind the goal line, and it'll be Connor Mold who'll cover it up. He'll slow the pace down with 7.5 minutes left here, second period. Jets with the 4-0 lead. And so far, CAK with 26 shots on goal. 4-0 though. 26 shots. Smith staying busy. Connor Mold, on the other hand, facing just 10 as defensively. The Jets have been on par tonight. 16 through 2, 10 through 1. All right. I know. Go wait in the car, Jim. Puck loose here is Hunka trying to take a shot from the board, but it's going to go off the boot of a Newark player. And chipped high in there. Trying to palm it down there. It was Williams, but Hunka will come up with it. Hunka with about as good a set of hands in hockey as you will see at this age. Hunka now feeding out to Black. Black trying to get past Zauberswig. Fancy move to the inside, but Zauberswig will get the turnover and send it back out to center ice. Emmerling resetting it from the deep in the defensive zone. Tried to get it out to center, but Watling chip it back in there. Craven now on the ice. He's been a thorn in the side of Newark all night long as Nikolov now feeding it out to Nicely. He'll jump over the stick of Nicely, but he'll get back to Zauberswig and try to keep it at center right. Craven now, he'll try to get past Watling, takes the shot, and a stick save by Newark. Feed back out to the slot. Nobody there. Zauberswig, the only one there. And Bell. Now, it'll be Bell from Newark. We'll have it. He'll take it down there behind the goal line. Behind Connor Mold. They'll lose now. Canton Akron now on a rush. Rossi nicely through center. Takes a shot, but it's going to go off the boot of Seifert. And a turnover as Bell tried to palm it down. Craven right there. Nikolov, though, trying to go D to D. But it'll go off a Newark player, and they'll chip it down in the far left corner. And Newark trying to send out center ice Deacon Johnson in there to intercept. But Generals will hold on to this as they'll be on the rush now. Not a whole lot to be able to set up there. Canton Akron got to the transition quickly. Jets down the near board. Sanders feeding it across ice out to Hanneberg. Hanneberg down the far board. He'll get into the zone, and he'll be held up there. Thought there might be a penalty coming, but another shot going to go wide left of the cage. Mariusz Stashowski with another shot. You got a feeling he's about due as we'll get the whistle. 5:18 left here, second period. Jets with a 4-0 lead. Stashowski has been right there several times tonight. Very good crowd here tonight at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. And a well-behaved crowd. As Everhart will take this one for CAK to the right of Smith. Emmerling trying to feed it through some traffic towards the net from the point, but it'll just be shifted around as Max Campbell now have to chase this one down ice. Emmerling coming up on the angle, and Emmerling won't be able to hold on to it. It'll be Owen with the puck. Trying to feed it up the board, but Owen Everhart there as Purrington will have it from the point. He'll try to drop it down into the circle for Newark. Out into the slot, but it'll be a nice feed to CAK. And Tyler Benson had an opportunity, but he was going to be knocked off the puck by Zauberswig. And it hit the Bell with the recovery. And a nice look, but it'll go over the cage with 4:39 left here in the second period. Jets up 4-0. Everhart from the shot. It's going to go just wide left. Tyler Benson trying to get in there and keep Zauberswig from the puck. But now Ethan Bell from the far side. He'll take the shot and go off Zauberswig's shin guard. Puck tied up on the boards to our left. Right behind the net. Smith fed into the slot. And Owen Everhart took a shot. Came off awkwardly off the stick, and just a looping shot with a glove save by Smith. Smith has been pelted here so far. 28 shots faced so far. Just on about a 50-shot pace right now. As Black will take the face off, it'll head back to Nikolov. Nikolov sending it back down into the corner as Lucas Black will lose it to Fisher. Fisher beat it around the circle. CAK with the turnover. Emmerling. Black looking for his second goal of the night. Thought better. And he'll reset it out to Nikolov. Angel Nikolov feeding it to Black. Little congestion here there. Tried to work down through the circle, but Newark with the turnover. And another turnover for Nikolov as he'll feed it to CP. CP the senior takes a shot, but it's going to be redirected. And it'll go wide right of the cage. 3:38 left here. Second period. Jets with a 4-0 lead. Shot from the point. High over the cage. That'll be Emmerling. Newark going to settle this one down to the circle to the right of Smith. Lucas Black going to pirouette onto his backside there. He'll recover. Emmerling keeping it in the zone. Black trying to feed it into the slot there. Was looking for Tyson Hunka. Hunka chased down by Kessler. Down in the slot. Looking for CP. And couldn't get it there. Newark back out to center ice, but Nikolov, the only player in the area. He'll have it. Hold on to it with just 3 minutes left in the second frame. Newark through center ice. Down the near board. Can't work past Gage Weaver. Craven back out as well. He'll make lane pass it. And Tyson Hunka stepping in there as well. So the line we talked about earlier, as they have been tenacious. Weaver now trying to feed it across ice, but it'll be Tyson Hunka with the puck into the zone. Craven and Weaver going with them. Takes a shot. No rebound. However, Hunka going to recover. Trying to look for Craven. Actually going to get Weaver. Weaver going to end up turning it over right in front of Smith. And Newark on the rush. Purrington headed down ice. Drop to Morrow. Morrow back to Purrington. Half-hearted shot. Loose in the slot. And knocked away by CAK. Swept away out of danger with 2:11 left. Craven on the physical battle with Seifert. And back into the defensive zone as Gage Weaver tried to chase this one down. He will race Seifert for it. Seifert, though, thought he had it. Craven stepped in, gave it back to Weaver. And this one will head across the face of Smith and down into the near left corner. Newark up the near board. It'll be Morrow for Newark through center ice. Trying to find somebody. Has to work around his own player, and it'll cause a turnover. And this will be Deacon Johnson. Johnson with the puck, trying to work to the inside, takes a shot, and a glove save from about 10 feet away by Smith. 1:32 left, second period. And a great shift for that line with Deacon Johnson, Mario Stashowski, and Ben Sanders. Not all of them were on the ice at that time, but I believe we've gotten a goal from every line here. Well, 2 out of 4, or 3 out of 4 anyway. Puck out as Barbieri now will drop back in the defensive zone, trying to get it to Sanders. Too far there. Sanders now, it'll pass him back up on the board and turned over in the neutral zone for CAK. Jets with the backhand down in the corner with just a minute left. Minute 9. And Barbieri chipping it down into the zone as he'll wait for things to slow down. Barbieri now stepping up there, trying to keep it in the zone. Stashowski from the left of Smith, trying to feed it into the slot. Turned over, picked up by Newark. Newark, cross ice, and it'll be head back out to Hanneberg after a tic-tac-toe pass. Williams chipping it down in for Newark with just 43 seconds left, and CAK settling down a little bit. Hanneberg off the board, trying to get it to Deacon Johnson. Williams, though, with the turnover at center ice, takes a shot. Glove save, no problem for Connor Mold. 32.4 seconds left, second period. And much applause from the Connor Mold fan club. One of the great young men in this sport. Puck loose to the right. Shoulder save by Connor Mold. Puck still loose on the near board. Ethan Bell now feeding this one out to Everhart. Everhart, he and Benson into the zone. Benson with the opportunity, takes a shot. Going to go wide left of the cage. Emmerling now on the far board. Battling 3 Newark Generals for the puck. He'll lose that one, actually. Everhart won't come and step in to help him. Everhart working to the inside off the pad of Smith. And that'll bring us to the end of the second period here at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena in Strongsville, Ohio. We'll go to an intermission. The Jets will take a 4-0 lead going into the third period. We're going to step aside for a break. You are listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @College Hockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
You missed his new haircut because you were busy not missing hockey. Never miss a goal with live game stories, only in the NHL app.
Big, big, big. It's a big deal. You get 1 medium hot or iced coffee and 2 delicious wake-up wraps. It's the biggest deal in breakfast. It's Dunkin's $5 meal deal.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Intermission here at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena in Strongsville, Ohio. The 2025 Buckeye Cup. The Canton Akron Jets seated second in the tournament for this weekend. Are they going to the intermission with a 4-0 lead? Shots on goal through 2 periods. It'll be 31 for Canton Akron, and it'll be 21 for the Newark Generals. A relatively clean game here. Only 2 penalties. One going to Gage Weaver for hooking. That came in the first period at 15:52. That came early, just 8 seconds into the game. And it would be well into the second period. That would be Zauberswig going into the box for holding that for 2 minutes. Scoring went look like this. Ethan Bell would get Canton Akron on the board in the first period, 6:10 of the first frame on the assist from Everhart and Benson. And at 5:22 of that first period, Emmerling would find the back of the net with the assist from Tyler Benson. 4:40 left in the first period. It would be Gage Weaver bearing one to give the Canton Akron Jets the 3-0 lead. And Lucas Black, with one of the prettier goals you will ever see in hockey, gives the Jets a 4-0 lead. That coming with 13:05 left in the second period. Updated score from downtown Youngstown, Ohio. Just about 15 minutes left in the second period, and the Youngstown Phantoms and the Green Bay Gamblers are scoreless after the Youngstown Phantoms got the 3-1 win in the early morning school game yesterday at the Cavelli Center. Great event there put on by Kelsey Morton, Andrew Goldman, and crew. And, of course, we cannot forget about the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, and engineer extraordinaire, the one and only Dave Ferris. We'll step aside for another timeout. When we come back, Third period action here. You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey on Western Reserve Radio 2, a part of the iMedia One network.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krupp were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow at College Hockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
You missed his new haircut because you were busy not missing hockey. Never miss a goal with live game stories, only in the NHL app.
Big, big, big. It's a big deal. You get one medium hot or iced coffee and 2 delicious wake-up wraps. It's the biggest deal in breakfast. It's Dunkin's $5 meal deal.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krupp were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow at College Hockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Back here at the Brunswick Automotive Arena in Strongsville, Ohio, as we get ready for third period action. Jets with a 4-0 lead by way of goals from Bell, Emmerling, Weaver, and Black. And down at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio, we are still scoreless between the Phantoms and the Green Bay Gamblers. However, a very good tilt down there from what I heard is Slides would have some fisticuffs with Cleves from Green Bay. That one, I think, was boiling from yesterday. So some entertainment factors there from the Cavelli Center. Maybe no scoring, but you're getting your money's worth down there from those guys. As we are here from the Canton Akron Jets, they have been on point as Owen Everhart will take the face-off. He'll take this one against Williams. And Everhart trying to feed it forward, but Newark chipping it down back defensively. Nikolov going to return the favor out to center ice. And we're going to get a buzzer here from the scorers table. Looked like we had a clock issue. As we had 17 minutes on the board. Looks like there was some kind of malfunction or operator error. I'm not sure. I think Caitlin's a little suspicious that, somebody dropped the ball over there in a hockey game. Anyway, hello to everybody listening back in Youngstown, all the Molds and Carnies and everybody else. There's a huge, huge group out there, so thank you all for listening in. Connor Mold doing a fantastic job. Incidentally, he is back in the net to our left, Smith to our right. And, okay, so after some discussion, they're going to set the clock to 16:40, and they will have the faceoff to the right of Connor Mold. It'll be Everhart and Williams. And Zaberswick tried to take a shot from the point, but it's going to go off the boot of Williams. Picked up by CAK and chipped down through the zone. And it's going to be stopped by Zaberswick. Tyler Benson there trying to make Zaberswick make the pass. And now Newark down into the zone, high up. Palm down, and Connor Mold sending it all the way down ice. We're going to get an icing coming up against the Jets. 16-13 left here, third period. Jets with a 4-0 lead. Jets back on the ice tomorrow. With the puck drop at 11:40 is Weaver nicely and Craven back out on their line. Barbieri and Hanneberg defensively for the Jets. To the left of Mold, they'll drop this one. Struthers taking it for Newark. Craven with a shot. Puck loose in his zone, but nicely reaching and trying to get past Struthers. And Barbieri going to chip this one off the glass. Didn't get a lot of distance on that one, but Weaver setting it back out to center ice. Craven now from the bar board. He'll chip it past Fisher. And Craven now. Again, he's been kind of let's be honest, a pain in the backside here tonight for Newark. And Newark, Struthers down through the zone. Had some speed on it, but he's going to get past Barbieri and get a weak shot off. Couldn't get it past Jack Barbieri. Newark working for the neutral zone, but Craven going to knock the puck away from Spire. It'll end up heading back to Connor Mold. Mold just going to cover it up, and they'll go for a line change. 15:25 left here, third period. Jets with a 4-0 lead here on Western Reserve Radio 2. Drop to the left of Mold. Newark from the far side. Working past Emmerling, but TAK with the puck up the boards. And it's going to be Black on the race, trying to make it past Purrington. Both got there simultaneously. Puck up in the air, and Newark recovered. They'll send it back out to center ice. As the Gremlins jump into our automation. Puck behind the net of Connor Mold. Emmerling will pick it up, send it up the boards. He'll send it past Newark, out to center ice. Purrington now from center ice, trying to get it past Tyson Hunka, but it'll go to Seepy. Seepy Thought if he had some speed there, but couldn't get past the two black jerseys. Back into the slot, trying to feed it to Hunka. Hunka chipping away at it. He'll take a shot. Puck still loose in front of Smith. And Newark will clear it, and they'll head down ice with it through the neutral zone. Purrington now sending it back down behind the goal line. Mold coming out of the net. He'll quickly get back. Hunka with the puck down on the near side. With some fancy work, working to the near side. Watling now trying to stay with them, but Max Campbell having to send this one back from center ice. Back down to Watling from Newark. He'll set it up behind the net of Smith, past Deacon Johnson. Sanders stepping in there, trying to keep it in the zone. But Bell feeding it over to Struther. Struther trying to work to the right of Connor Mold. He'll get a weak shot off, redirected by the CAK netminder. Marius Stashowski out on the ice. We'll get an icing against CAK. Stashowski back out on the ice. He feels like he's kind of due. As he'll actually head to the bench after his shift. He has had some great looks tonight. Face-off coming to the right of Connor Mold. 13:45 left here, third period. Jets with a 4-0 lead. Williams taking the face-off for Newark against Everhart. He'll lose that one. Hostler sending this one around the other side. And try to feed it out to Everhart at center ice. He'll kind of bobble it, but Everhart getting past Kessler. Kessler, the smaller of the two. We're going to have an offside. Coming up is Tyler Benson. Got a little excited. 13:29 left in the game. Game one of the Buckeye Cup weekend for Canton Akron. Earlier scores that we know for sure. Miami Junior Redhawks, they get the win over the Cincinnati Junior Cyclones in overtime. And Team Ohio with a 3-2 lead. 3-2 win over the Hilliard Hockey Club. Great game there. It's Everhart from the blue line. He'll go D to D. Shot from the point. But all go off the pad of Smith. Looking for the rebound here. Nothing going. Zauberswig now around the boards. He'll send it back out to the circle. Everhart with the turnaround shot. Tyler Benson feeding it back over behind the net into the slot for Everhart. Couldn't get it there. Hostler, though, backing him up. Hostler will take a shot. And it's actually going to go off of a Newark player, off his chest and into the corner. Ethan Bell now feeding it back over to Everhart behind the net. Everhart trying to work around her. Back to the inside. Has Benson. Takes a shot. Loose in front. Covered up by Smith. And Ethan Bell going to raise his hands up, making sure they don't draw any penalties. With 12:41 left here in the game. Jets with a 4-0 lead. Still a little chilly in here today, but much warmer than in past here at the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena. Drop it to the left of Smith. Craven taking the face off for CAK. They'll also head back out to the Jets. Craven down in the corner, battling Fisher for it. Puck just loose now. Weaver now feed to Nicely. Oh, Nicely just wide left there. Had a great look. Put everything he had into it. And Rossi Nicely coming across the ice to chip it back behind the goal line. Craven now stepping in there as well. He'll battle Struthers for it. Newark somehow another comes out with it. And he'll bring it out to center ice. Trying to get into the zone. Spire now from the right side of Mold, but he'll end up behind the goal line. No lane for him to take a shot. Puck around the far side. Out to Newark. Spire now with and a shot on goal. And it'll be a blocker side save by the CAK netminder. Struthers now going to chase down the rebound into his own defensive zone. And Fisher now going to blow a tire there. He'll go down nicely. He'll keep it in the zone. He'll head to the bench for a change. 11:46 left here in the game. Seepy going to replace him. Connor Seepy redirecting the puck. Barbieri now down the near board. He's going to take down Spire. Barbieri, a big body. Spire took a shot at him, but not very good on the leverage aspect. Run back around the kick plate. He'll head behind the net of Smith. Seepy feed it to Benson, to Hunka. And another stop by Smith with 11:19 left in the third period. Net'll come off its moorings. They'll reset that. And we'll drop this one to the left of the Newark net. Max Campbell making his way to the ice. Another senior out of Davis A&M. As Hunka will win this one cleanly. Feed it in the slot. Looking for Seepy. And it'll be Black backing him up. Puck loose behind the net. Hunk will recover back into the slot. But it'll be Bell for Newark. They will send it back down to Purrington. CP, though, stepping in, trying to keep it into the zone. We'll head to the near board. Bell working from behind the net now, trying to find an outlet, but he'll send it around the kickboard and get that all the way out to Velvins. Black, though, going to keep it in, but he'll chip it up into the roof about the third level. And both teams will go for a wholesale change here. 10:52 left here in the third period. .441 left in the second period in Youngstown. Phantoms and the Gamblers still scoreless. Of course, after this game, you can switch over to Western Reserve Radio and join the Phantoms by way of the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack. Deacon Johnson down the far board. He'll chip it into the zone. Murray Stashowski going to chase it down behind the net. Newark, though, working out in the center ice. Johnson had it for Newark, but Johnson for CAK will have it. Sanders doing a great job holding up at the line, avoiding the offside call. Deacon Johnson out from the far board, takes a sharp angle shot, looking for Stashowski again. And it's going to trickle right under the glove of Smith. For Stashowski, you would hope it was his birthday. He could get a gift somewhere. It's not really his birthday, by the way. We'll sing it to him if it'll help. To the right of Smith will be the draw here. He'll be sent out to center ice. Emmerling trying to chip it back down in the zone, but be picked up by Seifert. Seifert chipping it down behind the goal line behind Mold. Nikolov trying to gather it up. Hard to outreach him. Again, 6'5" senior out of Dover High School. Fisher going to get tripped up down there, and we got a penalty coming up against Canton Akron. They will go to the penalty kill. And judging by the body language, I believe that's going to be Owen Everhart headed to the box for 2 minutes. Everhart, a first-year Jet with this program, has been outstanding here through February. 9:49 left in the game. Jets on the penalty kill. Newark shot from the blue line, go wide of the cage. Down in the near left corner, send it right back around the kick plate, back out to, attempted to get it out to Fisher, but he picked up by Urban. Puck looser, Tyson Hunka reaching in. He'll send it all the way around to Lucas Black, and the puck will sail all the way down to Smith, who will reset it for Cohen Fisher. Fisher sending it to the far side. Try to send it across ice, but Tyson Hunka going to pick it up. Working to the inside, has Black. Looking for the shorthanded goal, couldn't connect on the pass. Black now back out to Hunka, taking the shot, but it's going to go off the stick of Williams and be redirected to the right of Smith. Fisher now for Newark. Try to send it through. Hunka, though, has an opportunity, though. Couldn't gather the puck up. Takes the sharp-angled shot. Got a whistle. Didn't hit the net, didn't hit the ceiling. I don't know if it was a premature, or inadvertent, excuse me. The face-off come to the right of Smith. Excuse me, I'm actually going to put it to the left. 1:04 left on the Newark power play. Second man advantage, excuse me, that'll be either. Yep, second man advantage for Newark tonight. Craven will take the face-off. Bell in there as well. Ethan Bell. Craven trying to take the shot. Swings it around, but it's going to go wide right of the cage. Send it back around the net with 53 seconds left on the Newark power play. Down the near boards. Craven taking a shot. Aspire will work his way past him. Aspire tied up against the boards now. Jack Barbieri using his height to keep him into the boards. Morrow coming in for support, trying to pull the puck out, and he'll get it. Purrington at the top, trying to feed it into the slot, trying to get it the lane, but Craven will send it out to center ice, and Purrington will pick it up for Newark. And they'll try again with just 27 seconds left on the power play. Struthers now through the center ice, trying to work past Bell. Puck loose here, and Morrow will pick it up on the near side. Morrow from the outside of the circle, trying to work past Craven, no lane there. Morrow dropping it down behind the goal line. Barbieri stepping in, trying to clear it, and he can't get it past Morrow. Morrow from the side of the circle, taking the shot. That'll head up into the rafters. Just as the power play will expire for Newark. 7:47 left here in this game. Jets with a 4-0 lead. Face off here as Emmerling now will try to pick it up in the corner, try to work into the slot in front of Mold. Shot again by Williams and another save by the junior netminder. 7:35 left in the game. 39 shots on goal for Canton Akron. 17 for Newark. Been a long night for Smith. As Everhart will feed this one to Hunka. Hunka between two generals. He'll get the penalty, and it'll be a collision on the net. Smith will go down. Hunka will go in the net, and hooking will be the call coming up against Newark. 7:22 left. Wonder if there would be a penalty shot, but didn't look like he had much opportunity to begin with. Blake Zauberswig will head to the box for Newark. The Newark bench, for some reason, looking confused. It's about as easy as call you'll ever make in hockey. 7:22 left here, third period. And Akron to the man advantage now. Drop it to the right of Smith. D to D to Everhart. Everhart with the one-timer, pad save. And Newark working back through the neutral zone. Williams to chip it down behind the goal line. He'll take a shot from Black from behind. Everhart now. With a little bit of speed coming through center ice. He'll work around Barbieri. Takes the shot wide right. He'll try to rebound shot, but it's going to hit the back of the net. 1:30 left on the power play for Canton Akron. Hunka sending it D to D to the other side. He'll get that to Lucas Black. Black going to slow things down a little bit, try to set it up. And he'll get it over to Owen Everhart on the near board. Everhart dropping it for Black. Black working it all the way forward. And at Barbieri now, working to the inside, but he'll have the puck knocked away. And it'll be cleared by Newark all the way back down to the other end. 1:05 left on the power play. Gage Weaver going to replace Lucas Black. Aspire tried to work through a couple white jerseys. Tyson Hunka up the near side, has three black jerseys around, working to the inside, and he'll lose it. But kept in the zone by Everhart, and we got a penalty coming up against Newark, and another hooking call, I believe, is what he was trying to indicate. And it'll be Tyson Hunka headed to the penalty box for 2 minutes. 6:08 left here, third period. Newark's penalty with 47 seconds left on it. So it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 47 seconds. And then for 1:13, Newark will go to the power play. They'll drop this one to the left of Mold. Jets looking for the win tonight. They'll have two games tomorrow as they will take on the Hilliard Hockey Club as well as Team Ohio at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Fisher taking a shot from Lucas Black. Black also a safety for the West Branch High School football team, and a physical one at that. Canton Akron through the neutral zone. Fisher going to keep this one in down behind the goal line. 25 seconds left on the penalty to Zauberswig. 1:35 on the penalty to CAK. Black picking it up, trying to work it through center ice, trying to work past Mario, sent out to Barbieri. Barbieri with the pass, try to get it to Bell. Bell overshot it a little bit. 5:24 left here. Newark back to full strength. Zauberswig will head to the bench. Gavin Kessler will come out for Newark. Puck tied up against the net, or excuse me, against the board behind the net of Smith. And Lane now for Newark. Trying to get some speed and set something up on Ethan Bell. Taking the lane away, however, Morrow there to back it up, and he'll take it from the near board. Everhart giving him a hard time. Ethan Bell stepping in as well. And he'll send it high, but into the neutral zone. His lane now will go D to D to the far side. Newark working from right to left. Down into the zone. Trying to feed it through the slot to Zauberswig, but it's going to be swept away by Lucas Black. CAK will clear this one with 25 seconds left on the man advantage for Newark. Craven on the ice now for the penalty kill unit. Williams through center. Working past Gage Weaver. Shot going to go off the stick of a Jet up into the netting. And the clock will stop with 4:20 left here, third period. 12 seconds left on the man advantage for Newark. Barbieri, Craven, Weaver, and Hanneberg out for Canton Akron. Williams taking the face off for Newark. Weaver going to clear this one all the way down ice. Smith will step out of the net and set it back up. He'll slow it down. Cohen Fisher, though, from behind the goal line. We'll have Craven chasing him down. Those two have spent a lot of time together tonight. Weaver now on the angle trying to take it away from Fisher. No shot for Cohen Fisher. He tried to feed it in the slot, but nobody there. Kessler tried to get it there, but puck's loose now down on the near left corner and cleared by CAK out to center ice. Craven chasing Williams down. He and Hunka. Canton Akron going to clear the penalty. And we are back to 5-on-5. Barbieri to the far side to Hanneberg. Hanneberg feeding it out to Craven. But Watling there before he could get there. Watling fanning on a shot. Got it to Johnson. Johnson taking a shot there into the belly of Connor Mold. Connor Mold stopping all 28 shots that he has faced tonight. 3:29 left here in the game. Jets up by a score of 4-0. You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey. Wow, it's been a rough day today. Struthers and Hunka for the faceoff to the right of Mold. Yep, Struthers will be asked to leave the circle. Spiral step in for him. Puck loose down on the near board. Seifert with a half-hearted shot. Emmerling just going to sweep that one away. He'll send it around the glass. As Newark will pick this one up. Try to get it from behind the net of Mold. Seifert trying to chip it off the board. Spire will try to chase it down now behind the goal line. Max Campbell, though, dislocating it from the puck. Hunka feeding it forward to Seepy. Connor Seepy feeding it over to Lucas Black. Couldn't connect on the pass. And Newark now on the rush. 2-on-2 here is Newark. Didn't get a shot off. Lucas Black with the back check. And the Jets now will send this one past Purrington. Should head down behind the goal. And we'll have icing coming up against the Jets. Jets, want to thank you for joining us here for Canton Akron Jets hockey here on this Friday evening. Game 1 of at least what would be a 3-game schedule for a chance to move on. Thank you again for joining us in on the Live 365 app. Or if you're listening to the simulcast on Facebook at the iMedia One Network or on Western Reserve Digital Radio. Through center ice, it'll be Sanders. Sanders looking for Stashowski. Couldn't get the pass off. Content to chip it down. And lets Stashowski go and chase it. Deacon Johnson on the ice as well now. Back out to the blue line. Nikolov keeping it in the zone. Takes a shot, redirected. Going to go wide left of the cage, down around back. Stashowski stepping in there, trying to keep it from going anywhere else. Colin Jones tried to clear it out of the zone. But Morrow now with the puck, and he'll get it out to Zauberswig. It'll head out to center ice. Stashowski on the angle, makes Zauberswig take the shot from center ice. No chance on that one. Canton Akron going to clear it from the near left corner. Stashowski stepping in there to give a shot. And another blocker side save by Connor Mold. 1:45 left here in the game. Jets with a 4-0 lead. Morrow takes a shot, swallowed up by Connor Mold. Puck still loose, though, as Nikolov will be tripped up. No call coming up against Lane. And with 1.5 minutes left, Newark trying to put something up his lane. Tries to take his shot, and Connor Mold stole it from him. Glove save. Somebody call the police. That was thievery. That's a felony. That's the kind of shot that will frustrate you not playing hockey anymore. One of the handful of contingent players from Youngstown. Barbieri gets the award. Okay, Everhart going to chase this one down, trying to get past Williams. Everhart takes a shot off the pad of Smith, and it'll be redirected to the far side. Newark on a rush. Tyler Benson with a back check to loosen it up from the Newark possession. They'll chip it back out to Ethan Bell. Bell had it set up for Everhart. Everhart couldn't reach out and grab it. Puck loose now. Ethan Bell now will try to work into the zone. Williams will chip it away, and it'll head over to Tyler Benson. Benson working through some defense. He'll feed it into the slot. Everhart with the backhand. It's going to go. 51.3 seconds left in the game. Owen Everhart with the beautiful backhand, reminiscent of the goal by Lucas Black earlier. And the Jets take a 5-0 lead with under a minute to play in game one. After two at the Covelli Center. It is scoreless in Youngstown. However, from what I hear, Youngstown is up 1-0. Anyway, Youngstown's up 1-0 in the fights. Slies with the takedown from what I hear. 40 seconds left here in the game. Jets with a 5-0 lead. Struthers trying to work somewhere to the inside. Sends it into the slot. Another attempted backhand by Zauberswig, and another stop by Connor Mold with 27 seconds left in the game. An impressive performance by the Canton Akron Jets. Fourth meeting of the year between these two teams. Canton Akron with the 5-2 win, 4-1 win, and 4-3 win back in October. With 10 seconds left. Hanneberg down the near wall. He'll pull up. Ship it down behind the net of Smith. As time expires, game one in the books of the Buckeye Cup. The Canton Akron Jets, they get the 5-0 win over the Newark Generals. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we will wrap it up from the Brunswick Auto Mart Arena here in Strongsville. You're listening to Canton Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krupp were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Back here one last time at the Brunswick Automotive Arena in Strongsville. Canton Akron Jets, they start off with a 5-0 win over the Newark Generals, and I can say it now. I did not want to say it during the game, but Connor Mold, the junior out of Poland Seminary High School, with his 14th shutout of the season. Outstanding play by the young man from Mahoning County. Take a look at shots on goal. 41 for the Canton Akron Jets, 33 for the Newark Generals. Generals had some opportunities, but however, the one thing they did not account for was number 57 in the navy and baby blue. For Newark, Smith. He would stop 36 out of 41. Of course, Connor Mold stopping 33 out of 33. Penalties here, not too many here. A well-played game by both these teams, as it would be Weaver. He would get a hooking call. They would come in with just 8 seconds into the games. It would be Blake Zauberswig at 10:25 of the second period. He would go 2 minutes for holding. Owen Everhart would head to the box with 9:49 left in the third period for tripping. And Zauberswig would head to the box for his second penalty of the night for hooking with 7:22 left in the game. Tyson Hunka would head to the box with 6:08 left in the game. That would be 2 minutes for hooking as well. Scoring, it would be all Canton Akron tonight. This one's easy to do. It would start off at 6:10 of the first period as Ethan Bell would find the back of the net on the feed from Owen Everhart and Tyler Benson. And with 5:22 left in the first period, Emmerling from Benson would find the back to net. It would make it 2-0. Tyler Benson with his second assist of the night. 4:40 left in the first period. Gage Weaver, he would find the back of the net. He buried one to give him the 3-0 lead. Second period, only one goal scored there. It would be Lucas Black on a beautiful right to left backhand. He would give the Jets a 4-0 lead. And Owen Everhart would finish this one off with 51 seconds left in the third period. He would backhand one and as well to give them the 5-0 lead. And again, the 14th shutout of the year for Connor Mold. I want to remind you, over on Western Reserve Radio, Youngstown Phantoms are still in action. Third period action coming up in a scoreless game with the Green Bay Gamblers. Join the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms, Matt Lipstack. And, of course, our engineer extraordinaire, the one and only, Dave FFID Ferris, over there making it all sound good and even making it look good with some video over there as well. Earlier games today, of course, the Miami Junior Redhawks, they get the overtime win against the Cincinnati Junior Cyclones. And Hilliard, they fall to Team Ohio by a score of 3-2. Canton Akron will be back on the ice tomorrow at 11:40, taking on that very same Hilliard team. They come in as the 6th seed. Canton Akron, almost said Youngstown. Canton Akron coming in as the 2nd seed. Tomorrow's schedule looking like this, other than the Canton Akron Jets. It will be the Cincinnati Junior Cyclones taking on the Indian Hill Rangers. That will be at 9:10 a.m. Team Ohio, the number 3 seed, taking on these very same 7 seed Newark Generals. The Dayton Stealth, number 1 team ranked by the USA Hockey Rankings at 11:10 will take on the Miami Junior Redhawks. And, of course, the Canton Akron Jets will take on Hilliard at 11:40. That should be a spirited game. It always is, as those two teams really mirror each other very well. Later in the afternoon, it will be the Miami Junior Redhawks taking on the Indian Hill Rangers. Hilliard and Newark will get together at 5 o'clock. The Dayton Stealth will take on Cincinnati at 6:30. And the Canton Akron Jets will cap off the day at 7 p.m. as they will take on Team Ohio. That will be a 2-3 matchup for the Buckeye Cup. Okay, thought we had some more there. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining us here on this Friday night. Hopefully you can be here tomorrow as the Canton Akron Jets battle their way through the Buckeye Cup. But especially want to say thank you to everybody listening in on the Live 365 app as well as Facebook. And we will be back here tomorrow at 11:25. So for Kalen Mold, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us. And your score one last time. Canton Akron Jets, they get the shutout over the Newark Generals by a score of 5-0. And we will see you back here tomorrow morning at 11:25.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
I was 133.8 the other day, but I'm shredded. I'll give myself that, and I don't mind saying it. I don't mind saying
a drop of water coming out of you teeth, or Jesus.
Yeah,
my God.
Man, I'm like a piece of chicken in saran wrap. That's what I look like right now. All right, let's go to the phones. You're on the air. Who is this, and where are you calling from?
Hey guys, Brandon here from Portsmouth. I wanted to know, do y'all think that John Cena is going to be the one that turns heel and joins The Rock as his champion? The only reason why I'm still thinking about that is after the Royal Rumble press conference, Cena said that him and Cody would be best for business. And he even said that, I'm putting myself in the chamber because I've earned this And the way he said it just felt like a heel. So I don't know. What do you guys think if that's what Cena's going to do?
I think you need a new internet connection. Other than that, good call. No chance. John Cena is not returning. You know why John Cena is returning?
Why?
So he can have his last run, make a bunch of money, sell a bunch of tickets, and sell a bunch of merch. And we went all those years without the John Cena heel turn, and it's not time now. He ain't going to get booed. No one's going to want to boo him. It's just...
and Rock doesn't want to get booed either, but he is now